Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Team Eagle's regular Monday evening Zoom. We're so happy to see you all. I know we're calling in from all around the US, even as far away as Hawaii. Welcome, Jeffrey. Without much further ado, just let me say that my name is Jenny Daly. My husband, Mick, and I are presidential marketing directors in your support line. Been with the company for, 30 years, probably more. And we live in the beautiful, chilly, cold, snowy mountains of Colorado, but life is great. But that's enough for me, because tonight I am going to turn it over to, first of all, Brianna, who I think in turn is then going to be turning it over to somebody else, unless, of course, we need to look at the contest. I think not tonight. No, not tonight. Okay, Brianna, over to you.
I am just going to let Tim take it away, and y'all will hear from me in a bit.
Okay, awesome. Well, guys, it's great to be on tonight. What an honor to ask to be shared, and what a special night. Whether you're on here live tonight or if you're watching this recording, this is a very special night, because tonight is about stories of hope. And so, hope is the fuel that fires your soul. I mean, hope ignites your passion and your purpose. So someone without hope really has nothing, right? And so hope allows you to activate your faith and believe in great things are going to happen for you and your life and your family. And so tonight on this call, we hope that we are able to light your fire and inspire you through stories of hope from this great community. And you're going to learn about this community tonight and how, as affiliates with a global health food company, we're able to help families be healthy and then go out and share and join our mission to just help people around the world and families be healthy. And that's really the purpose tonight. So you're going to get to hear from some great people, and you're going to get to learn about our community. So I'll kick us off a little bit about Carla and I. We live in North Texas, and our background is in education. We were teachers and coaches, and we have always, obviously in the coaching world and athletics, we've always valued health. And so we were a part of another company and another community that we were taking nutritionals through for many years. And this past spring, at the beginning of 2022, that company basically discontinued that product line. And so we had to look elsewhere for nutrition because we wanted to be healthy. And so we had some good friends, Mark and Kim George, who happen to be on this call tonight. And that's a nugget, guys. I wouldn't be on this call. Carla and I wouldn't be a part of this community if it wasn't for Mark and Kim reaching out and thinking enough about us and our family and our family's health to invite us into this community. But we joined because we wanted to continue to get the nutrition that our family needed. And praise the Lord, we weren't battling anything major health-wise. It was really more preventative for us. But just within a few months of taking these plant powders, what we saw is we had more energy because we're very, very busy. So we had great energy. It helped with our immune system. There's been a few times that we've had a little bit of the little sinus, cold, flu-like symptoms. But because we're taking these plant powders, we're able to knock it out quickly. And it's very mild symptoms usually. And probably the number one thing that this has done for us is it's really helped us get our gut health in great shape. And it's helped us regulate our digestive, which has been great because we had both had some issues with that. So again, we didn't have anything major. It was really more preventative. And because we value health, and I want to take you back just real quickly and show you how God can connect the dots in your life, because sometimes you don't quite understand the butterfly effect. So when we got married back in 2012, we created core values for our family. And on our first anniversary, I give Carla a plaque that has our core values on it. And number 3 on the list was good health. Well, I can tell you that while we do value health, we always have, and but we didn't always prioritize our health. So there were times, me specifically, I was inconsistent with exercise, definitely wasn't drinking enough water, and I definitely wasn't getting enough fruits and vegetables. I was getting plenty of red meat and Mexican food, but God changed that in 2019, at the end of 2019, God called me and asked me to donate a kidney to one of my friends. And in doing that, when I made that decision, I basically was saying and being intentional about living a healthy lifestyle. So I got very intentional about my health, started drinking the proper amounts of water, and started exercising regularly, and started getting my diet dialed in. But it was a very short time after that that God placed us in this company. So again, I want you to understand the dots, because sometimes we have to look back to see how God's connected the dots in our life. And now I believe that those things happen. Back in 2013, we said great health was a core value in our family. And then God called me to be a living kidney donor. And then he plants me in a community where our mission is to go help families be healthy. And so I hope if you're hearing this tonight, whether live or whether you're hearing this recording, that this inspires you, that these stories you hear tonight inspire you to go out and be the Mark and Kim George for somebody else. Because what if they had never shared this with me? And my kidney definitely needs that good health, right? And you don't know who the butterfly effect is on the other side of your network of people that you know and do life with. And what if that one call that you make is blessing that family for the rest of their lives? So with that being said, I'm going to pass it back over to Brianna. And Brianna, she has a video for us, and we're going to hear some other great stories. Thank you guys for letting me share.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Tim. I'm super excited to kickstart this. So just to give you a little playback, I'm going to show a short video on what these products are, and then we're going to come back and listen to 2 more stories. So just stay tuned, because these stories are just as strong and we love sharing these with y'all. So let me get this going.
When it comes to our health, diet is at the center of everything. And fruits and vegetables whole food-based fruit and vegetable capsules that have helped thousands of people jumpstart their journeys to better diets and healthier living. We all know we need to eat lots of fruits and vegetables, half our plate at every meal. And we need to eat a wide variety too. But for most of us, even on our very best days, it's hard to do that. And that's where Juice Plus comes in. Juice Plus fruit, vegetable, and berry blend capsules provide whole food-based nutrition from 30 different fruits and vegetables that helps us bridge the gap between what we should eat and what we actually do eat every day. I say whole food because it is food concentrated to deliver a powerful nutritional punch in a few small capsules. We harvest the produce at just the right time to ensure the nutrition is at its peak. Freeze the produce to lock in that nutrition, and then pulverize everything, peels and all, where possible, into a pulp to unlock that nutrition and concentrate it. The peel is really important because let's take an orange, for example. There's more vitamin C in the peel than in the fruit itself, gram for gram. And if you're like me, you don't usually eat the peel. We dry that pulverized pulp, peels and all, at carefully controlled temperatures to protect the nutrients from damage. Then blend it along with other plant-based ingredients into Juice Plus fruit, vegetable, and berry blend powders, delivered to you in plant-based capsules or chewables. And we do all of this at state-of-the-art freezing, drying, blending, and manufacturing facilities. Juice Plus fruit, vegetable, and berry blend capsules check all the boxes. They're plant-based, they're vegan, even the capsules themselves. They're certified non-GMO, they're gluten-free, and they're third-party NSF certified, independently confirming that what's on the label is really in the product. Juice Plus is supported by over 25 years of independent clinical research conducted at prestigious universities and research centers around the world, showing the benefits of Juice Plus on heart health, lung health, cognitive function, the immune system, even our DNA. More than 40 peer-reviewed papers have been published in leading scientific journals, making Juice Plus capsules the most researched nutritional product of its kind ever. And get this, if you're a parent or a grandparent or even an aunt or uncle, you can get Juice Plus fruit and vegetable blend capsules or chewables free for a child by enrolling in our Healthy Starts for Families program. This is our way to get Juice Plus into the hands of more families and encourage healthier eating habits for the next generation. Juice Plus Omega Blend is a 100% plant-based omega that offers a unique whole food-based blend providing 5 different omega fatty acids: 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. We say 100% plant-based because we bypass the middle fish and go straight to the fish's source, the algae. Juice Plus complete shake mixes make it easy to replace unhealthy calories with a healthier shake or smoothie. Mix with other healthful ingredients to start your day or enjoy lunch or as an afternoon pick-me-up. Complete is rich in plant-based sources of protein and fiber and contains an entire range of whole food-based ingredients different from those in Juice Plus capsules or chewables. Last but not least, there's Tower Garden by Juice Plus, a vertical aeroponic home growing system that lets you grow your own fresh fruits and vegetables year-round, indoors or out. We're proud that our Juice Plus products have been that one simple change that's helped jumpstart thousands of people to better diets and better health. We bet they can do the same for you.
Okay, so I don't want to waste any time. Now you've heard one phenomenal story from Tim. You've kind of seen what these plant powders that he was referring to are. So I am going to welcome Lynn on, and we are going to have her unmute herself and tell us a little bit about her story.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, so I am great. My name is Lynn Barron, and I'm grateful to live and work on the west coast of Florida. And this is a story of my husband's bicycle accident that has a happy ending thanks to the Juice Plus products, among other things. So in 2019, he was doing his usual 25-mile weekend bicycle ride when he was in a bad accident. And the ball of his femur, which is your thigh bone, was driven right through his hip socket, right into his abdomen by more than an inch. And the result was a shattered ball portion of his hip joint. And it was a terrible x-ray. It was probably one of the worst I've ever seen in my 40 years as a physical therapist. So 2 surgeries later, he was patched up with more screws than you can possibly imagine that were hooked into like a bicycle, almost like a bicycle chain. So he had numerous screws, nuts, and bolts in his pelvis. And so after 3 weeks, he came home. After 3 weeks, he arrived home from the hospital, and he was non-weight bearing, which means he couldn't put any weight on it for fear that the head of the femur would drive right through his ball again, and then it would be disaster. So he'd been fortunately taking Juice Plus capsules for about a year, and he was a good patient, stayed non-weight bearing, and he did heal miraculously, and we were very thankful for that. And with 8 months, he was back golfing again with no pain and full movement. And even during COVID, when they took all the golf carts off of the golf course that he played at because of COVID, he could walk the whole 18 holes. And he was out golfing again today with no pain. So we are thrilled that Juice Plus was a major factor in, I think, in his recovery, in his full recovery. And it seems to me that my motto is you have to heal the cell to get well and to stay well. And it's a simple way to flood your body with over 30 fruits and vegetables in a day, every day. So we're still using it. And that's my story.
I love that, Lynn. Thank you for sharing. And I bet that was such a huge relief. I mean, you have a professional experience. So will you tell everyone what you do, just in case they missed that in your story?
So I'm a physical therapist, and I work at an outpatient clinic now, and I've worked for over 40 years as a physical therapist. So I've seen lots of x-rays, but quite honestly, his was one of the worst.
That's always how it happens, right? The ones that we love are the ones that get hurt the most. So thank you so much for sharing, and just the peace of mind for sure that has given you, knowing on that for just not only being your husband, but someone you care about and seeing that recovery. So thank you so much. We are going to have one more story, and then I'm going to have everyone come back on. But this will be a familiar face for y'all if you have been on some of our calls. So Mick, I'm going to have you share your story with us as well tonight.
Okay, thank you, Brianna. Thank you for asking me to follow Lynn and Tim because their stories are phenomenal. In comparison, I have 2 healthy kidneys, Tim, and I've only ever broken one bone in my body, and that was this bone in my hand playing football. That is soccer to you Americans. Anyway, the only thing unique about my story is the time frame, because I was 46 years old when I started taking Juice Plus, and today I'm 76. That's a 30-year time span. And as you can see, it hasn't stopped me aging on the outside, but it has definitely slowed down aging on the inside. And here's another thing. I haven't missed one day in the entire time since I first started taking Juice Plus. And by my calculation, that's over 10,000 days. So that's my only claim to fame. Back in 1993, these plant powders that we refer to was a completely new concept. It was like Jetson food. I think it still is Jetson food. Back then, we only had the fruit and the veggie capsules. We didn't have the berry or the omega blends that you heard about in the video. Those came along later, or much later. When I first started taking Juice Plus, I didn't notice much at first, but after about 9 months on Juice Plus, I had remarkable results in 2 marathons, 26.2 marathons that I ran 6 weeks apart, and my performance and my post-race recovery was nothing short of phenomenal. And more importantly, I didn't get sick right after those races, and that was a first. And by the way, those were my 25th and 26th marathons. I finished 25. I didn't finish one of those. Before Juice Plus, you see, with lifelong asthma and bronchitis, I needed daily inhalers and antibiotics 3 or 4 times every single year since my first year on this earth. So when I didn't get sick after those marathons, and with my unprecedented recovery, I realized something amazing was happening. The only difference, you see, was Juice Plus. Since then, I've only needed antibiotics 3 times in almost 30 years, and not once for bronchitis. That's kind of funny, I think. And my asthma is pretty much gone. My experience that I had back then is no longer the surprise that it was then. You see, huge numbers of people around the world have similar stories, and as you heard, even better stories than mine. And now it's clinically proven by gold standard research published in major medical and nutrition journals. Juice Plus supports a healthy immune system. Even my taste buds changed. That's another common benefit of Juice Plus, changing us from the inside out. Before Juice Plus, no exaggeration, I wouldn't eat anything green. Spinach, you've got to be kidding. I discovered a new taste for spinach, broccoli, kale, even avocado, and in fact, all greens. And today, I especially love veggies picked right off our tower gardens. Now, I take no medication of any kind these days. I'm still pretty fit for an old guy and very healthy. Juice Plus simply restored my immune system. So, armed with my belief in Juice Plus, and as you will probably gather, it's a very strong belief, deciding to become a Juice Plus affiliate was a no-brainer. After 23 years with IBM, mostly in technical support, it was pretty clear that helping people with their health and wealth is a lot more rewarding than dealing with computer problems all day long. Juice Plus dramatically improved my own health and fitness, so I knew it would help other people too. And so it became a serious business for my wife, Jenny, and me, allowing me to escape from the corporate world forever and enabling Jenny to use her teaching gifts, this time outside the classroom. Juice Plus has provided our sole source of income for over 25 years, and a substantial income it is. We've been full-time with this business, working from home, and over the years, we built an international business that's given us the time and freedom to travel and the money to enjoy that freedom and that travel. 25 years ago, once this business had replaced my IBM income, we spent 4 years on the road as full-time RVers. And that was at an age when most people are too young to have that kind of freedom. I then spent a year building a dream log home with our 2 sons in the Colorado Rockies. And after that, I was able to put in volunteer time at our church. Now we live in a bigger, second dream home, very close to our sons, their wives, and our 7 grandchildren here in the mountains. We are truly blessed. So thanks to Juice Plus, we have freedom from sickness, we have time and travel freedom, we have the money to enjoy life to the full, and most valuable of all, we have meaning and purpose in our lives as we help others the same way that we were helped. And to echo what Tim said at the beginning, we're able to offer people hope in a world where hope is a very rare commodity. So life is good. Thank you, Lord, and thank you, Juice Plus.
Yes, and before you go, Mick, don't think you're getting off too easy. I've got a question for you. So go ahead. You always talk about there are 3 M's that really motivate people. Would you touch base on those before we let you go?
Thanks very much. I didn't mention the words beginning with M, but I did mention that in my story. So there are 3 things that I believe motivate all of us, but at different levels and different times in our lives. So back when I decided to leave IBM, we had to leave IBM. They were shipping us back to England. We said, no, we're not going back to the old country. And I had no choice but to leave IBM. And so the first motivator was money, because I had to replace my IBM income. And I don't know why we can't see me. I'll have to see if you can spotlight me, Brianna. Not that people need to see me, but so the money was the first motivator. The almost equal motivator was what I like to call mobility. I refer to it as freedom. And to have mobility or freedom to live where we chose to live. We chose to live in America, not in England. To have the mobility to travel wherever we want, when we want, with whom we want. Jenny and I are great travel partners. So money and mobility. But here's the thing, when you have the money and when you have fully exploited the mobility, the freedom, then the third motivator really kicks in. And that's what I've referred to at the end. It's that meaning and purpose that you have in your life. And that is turning it around, meaning with an M is the number 1 motivator if you can satisfy the other 2, which are money and mobility.
Okay, thank you. I love when you explain it that way. So thank you so much for this. This was phenomenal from Tim, talking about how the butterfly effect, right? Like you never know when someone is going to come in. You never know how powerful it can be when one person has one conversation or one invitation coming on to this. And Lynn, talking about the experience you've had with such an acute problem, right? Like something tragic happened, completely unexpected. You were not planning for that. And so how to be ready for those unexpected things that happen. And then Mick, sharing your lifelong journey. I love to have people that have, been around for more than a decade. I know that I have had the opportunity to know them basically my entire life. And so that is always super fun to see the long term of this, because you always hear about, how it will help the short term issues and the long term issues. So love to have that comparison for everybody. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here tonight. We hope, just like Tim said at the very beginning, you feel encouraged and inspired and continue just to learn more about your own health journey. So when you hear this information, usually there are 3 reactions that people have. 1, maybe you've heard this and you think these are phenomenal stories, but they're isolated events. This isn't for you, and that's totally fine. As you've heard these stories, you might have thought of someone though, that you're like, okay, they need to hear Tim's story, or they need to hear Lynn's story, or they need to hear Mick's story, or just be on a call with someone in this community. And so if you're in that category, we'd love for you to connect us with them, whether that's a connection call directly, a group text, a meeting in person, or inviting them to an event like this with us next time. The second reaction people have is you love the sound of this. These stories definitely spoke to you, and you realize you do not eat any plants. A lot of people fall in that category right now. And this is definitely something that you personally need right now. So definitely get with whoever sends you this recording or invited you to talk with us tonight, and get with them so they can help figure out what the best option is for you to get started. And then third, you are a combination of the both. You are hearing all of this. You know this is something you definitely need in your body every single day. And you're already thinking of other people that this would be perfect for. So if you're in that category, this is, like Mick mentioned, there's a great affiliate program attached to this that if you're interested, we'd love to help share that with you. So thank you again so much for joining us on your night or watching this recording whenever someone has shared it with you. We really appreciate you taking the first step towards your healthier lifetime. And then we're going to stay on. I'm going to have them into the recording, but we're